What's up, Commanders fans? I got some good news for y'all. I got some good big news, man. Pause. But the news is we got to hear from Noah Brown. We got to hear from Noah Igbenogany. And you know, they told us some good stuff. They told us some stuff we never thought about. And they talked about why guys was not good last season, like Marshawn Lattimore. Why guys didn't have such a great year. You know why? Think about it. Why? Because Marshawn was coming off an injury. His was different. But some of these guys didn't get to play with us all off season. And you know what? One thing you need to think about, some of these guys, it was their first year playing with us, right? So what happens when you have guys doing something for the first time? Guys go through the season trying to learn each other versus knowing somebody. All right, cool. I know he gonna throw out here to the side. I know when he do like this, that means he about to throw it. Like, it's so many things that go into it that we don't think about as fans. We don't think about the off season. We don't think about OTAs. We don't think about conversations. We don't think about getting to know each other. They don't think about body language. You don't think about mannerisms. You don't think about those things, right? But that's something that you need to pay close attention to, right? And what's going to help us be better this year than we were last year is the fact that these guys are coming back. We have Bobby Wagner back. He's old, but he's back. I'm sure this is his last year, but he's going to give it his all. I'm sure. Zach Ertz is back. And, you know, for Bobby Wagner, we know who we want to be right there right now, but he's not up to par. But you know what's going to happen is that this season he has another opportunity to get himself back to health and allow himself to have a full season. Hopefully, God willing, Jordan McGee is able to go out there and prove himself and actually play a full season. Marshawn Lattimore is able to play a full season. Noah Igbenogany is able to play not Noah Igbenogany, but Noah Brown is able to play a full season. And these guys are not Terry McLaurin. These guys, Marshawn Lattimore is nice. Don't get me wrong, but the injury really made him not look as nice, right? And it made him look like a Benjamin St. Juice out there. But this year is going to be different for him because he's allowed all this time to rest and get his body back up to health. And Noah Igbenogany said something that really made me think. He made me think about this. The reason that Marshawn Lattimore did not have a great season is because he didn't have an off season with us. I know this sounds like an excuse, but hear me out. He didn't get a chance to work out with these guys. He didn't get a chance to know the playbook in time. He didn't get a chance to build this chemistry with guys. But you know what? We brought in Will Harris, a guy that he played with, a guy that he went to war with last season, you know, before his hamstring injury. But a guy that he went to war with is here. A guy that he built chemistry with is here. And we have other guys on the team that know him, that play with him, that understand him. And the chemistry that Noah Igbenogany and Marshawn Lattimore were able to build, they have more time to build on that. Jaden, the chemistry he built with Zach Ertz. Everything is about chemistry. I promise you it is. And the more chemistry you build, the better you guys get. That goes along with a lot of guys. And I love to talk about how Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase built that chemistry and how it got them to where they are and how it got Jamar Chase to be a Triple Crown winner, you know, lead the league in 3 different areas: receiving yards, touchdowns, and receptions. Like, that don't just come just out the blue. That comes from chemistry. And what happens when Jaden Daniels meets Terry McLaurin again in his second year? He goes off. What happens when Debo has an offseason with um, Jaden Daniels to build that chemistry up. So by the time the season starts, okay, boom, I know how he plays a little bit. But what happens when you got a whole nother season to do that with? And they all in their second year playing with Jaden. Jaden knows these guys even better now. And so that goes a long way. And so the big news is these guys got an off season to play with each other. I know y'all gonna talk trash, tell me that wasn't big news, but that was big news. I'm trying to tell you. And then Noah Brown talked about how he's gonna be better, and last season he had a kidney injury, but everything's all clear. He's been good for like 2 weeks, and he's ready to go. Debo's ready to go. Debo's already been putting in work. And Noah Ibnagni talked about how he's been putting in work in Atlanta. I ain't been seeing no clips of him working out, but that don't mean he ain't working. And he said he loved the fact that, Dan Quinn and everybody believed in him. And Noah Ibnagni and Noah Brown also said the same thing about this organization, about this franchise, about these coaches, about this staff. They all want to win. Nobody has a big ego. Nobody's worried about get me the ball, allow me to do this, let me do this. I make this much money, so I should be able to do this, do that in the third. Nah, everybody's trying to win. Everybody trying to go out here and get a Super Bowl. And that's why Noah Brown came back. We know the biggest goal. In mind, he felt like he left a lot on the table. Of course, I would come back too. And a lot of guys didn't come back. Dante Fowler didn't come back. Jonathan Allen was let go. De'Ami Brown didn't come back. He took his Jaguars deal and went. I would have too. I don't know though, because we got Jaden and then you got who over there. But everybody wants to be. You got Trevor Noah, but I said Trevor Noah. It's Trevor Lawrence. But the thing is, where do you want to be? Where do you see yourself? And a lot of these guys that left, they want to be the big guy where they from. You know what I'm saying? They want to be that guy. De'Ami Brown wants to be a Terry McLaurin there. He wants to, Dante Fowler, it was different. He wanted to, out of spite, go to a place where he can still be that star and get paid a lot of money for the 10.5 sacks that he gave us and the rushing yards he let up. He wants to still be that guy. And unfortunately, it wasn't for us. But I think we should go out. And my bad, I think I hit the microphone. But I think we should go out and get a guy like Trayvon Walker. He gave us the same thing that Dante Fowler gave us, but even better. Even better. And why not go out and get him? We can still pay him what his rookie contract. We can pay him for one more year. And man, he was a first round draft pick. His first year he didn't really do that well in sacks. He had like 3. And then the next season 10, and then the next season 10.5. That boy is looking like not a bust, but a first round draft pick that got drafted in the right round. Of course, he may have got drafted a little later, but I think he is proven even more than guys like Emmanuel Forbes, Jamin Davis, Jahan Dotson, guys like that we got rid of have not proven themselves. He's proven that he's worth a first-round draft pick. Of course, you would expect more sacks out of a first-round draft pick who got drafted first overall. But for a defensive end who's still young, he's 24. Why not get him? He's fast. He has elite speed for his position. I think he's a great talent to have. And right now, the Jags, they looking to get rid of him. They got to make space and got to spend money on the offense more. And I think it's more on protection. But enough about the Jags. We need to go get Trayvon Walker. He's perfect. Perfect timing. If you wanted Dante Fowler and you didn't get him, go ahead and get him. It's perfect. It's just perfect timing. They want to get rid of him. They shopping him around. It's only right that we get him. And I think that might happen. And that's another part of the big news that people always talk about and say I don't have any big news. But that's the big news. Big news is the offseason. Big news is Trayvon Walker. Go get him. He's nice. He's 6'5", 270 pounds. Freak of nature, bruh. And I think it's still some talent there. I think it's a lot of talent. He's still in his prime. He probably didn't even reach his prime yet. 10.5 sacks. We can do a lot more with him. And he knows how to stop. He knows how to, make sure that guys ain't running past him all day. Guys ain't getting extra yards. He's making sure everybody we played ain't looking like Saquon Barkley. So, that's the big news. And I need us to go do it. And we have a shot at doing it, seeing that we got $20 million still in cap space. And he's still on a rookie contract. We can ride that rookie contract until next year. And we can decide at the end of the year if we want to pay him, if we want to keep him. He's worth it. I don't see why not. Are we giving up a first-round draft pick for him, or are we giving up a second round? I'm not sure. But I know we can't give him up for. I know that the way they're doing things, I'm sure if we gave up somebody, they would probably just want somebody in return, maybe a draft pick, and then somebody on offense, maybe like offensive lineman. But we ain't giving up nothing. Maybe just draft picks. But I could see him going for a second round draft pick. I can put it there. But that boy is nice, and I think we should go get him. And, man, let me know how y'all feel about it. Do you feel like this is going to be a different year? I think it's going to be even better. And what's better than NFC Championship? The Super Bowl. And if we go all out this year, then we go all out. Hey, look, I can't be mad if we go out and get a Trayvon Walker because we can't get Trey Hendrickson. Because we already missed out on Myles Garrett. So the next best thing is the next best thing. And we got to go out and try to get him. And Adam Peters, he does a lot of things in silence. So the things that I think about, he either already done or he's moving in a different direction. He has a different game plan. And I don't know what he's going to do. And I think right now, what he's already done by bringing back the guys that we already built chemistry with, like Marcus Mariota. I understand he wasn't the best guy in the world, but when we called on him, he came through and got us those W's. The Panthers game, W. Even it was probably an easy W, but he got it to us. The Dallas Cowboy game, got it to us. And came in clutch and got Terry the touchdown, the game-winning touchdown at the end of the game. That allowed him to break the record. So that's something to think about. And then just the fact that we brought back guys that we really needed and that came in clutch for us at perfect moments in the season is everything you can ask for. And, man, this team is continuing to grow. And I just want y'all to understand it's the small things that matter. Worry about it's not, and then again, it's not always who we bring in, it's who we get rid of. And we got rid of Jonathan Allen. He was getting old and he wanted too much money. And you see the Vikings got him for $60 million. And we got a defensive tackle and Javon Kinlaw for 3 years for $40 million. So we saved on that. And it was $45 million to be exact. And we saved $15 million if we compare them two. So think about the small things that Adam Peters is doing. And over time, you'll see what we're doing, and you'll see where he's trying to go. And he's the best move he's made this far was Laramie Tunsil, 5-time Pro Bowl left tackle. You see, I was struggling trying to get that. I was squeezing. I was, but yeah, man. And then on top of that, to get us Debo, to get us a guy that can play anywhere. And we can use, man, what are we losing? We lost Diami, but Debo can do the same. He might not be as fast as Diami, but Debo can do it all. And then we got Terry. already our outside player, and he can do it all. And then we got Noah Brown, who's great, phenomenal at getting PIs. You know what I'm saying? So that comes in handy. Those are small things. That's why we re-signed